What's up, everyone? Elaw here, Internet's second tiredest music teacher, and today we're going to check out our second ever video from the family band Mission Soul and Mission Souls. Mission Souls. And we're going to be looking at popular request was Sweet Child of Mine. So this is a cover from Guns N' Roses. And it's off their Appetite for Destruction album, I believe. And sorry, I'm kind of like winging it in my head here. But yeah, from what I saw last time, I think it's going to be great. And let's just jump into it. It was really early on to stop in a video, but I was noticing our friend over here on bass using a pick, and then I had thoughts about that, and then I realized that the pick is really what's giving her this like really crisp attack on each of those notes. And then when we get into some of the stuff here in the lower register, which is at now, it's getting that really warm kind of round sound. And it's not that you couldn't get that with your fingers, but it's not going to be quite the same there. So that made me think about what the actual bassist for Guns N' Roses was using. And I don't know his name off the top of my head. But I don't know. It's such an interesting thing to think about how that changes the timbre of the instrument, how it changes kind of the tone, the color, the vibe, the feel. Having a hard time with adjectives this morning, 5:33 in the morning. But yeah. Anyway, let's keep it going.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stare too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Whoa, sweet child of mine. Whoa, sweet love of mine.
I still can't get over this kid. He is just out here crushing it on drums. And that's so much fun to see. Like, I don't know, it's hard to articulate how cool that is. And then thinking about what his developmental progression is going to be as he gets older from a, I guess, neurological standpoint, because being able to successfully develop this independence between actually 4 different parts of the body, each arm, each leg, creates all these additional neural pathways in the brain, helps strengthen the corpus callosum, one of the two, and that is the webbing of neural pathways between both hemispheres of the brain. And this kid's just going to have a lot of really dense crossover there between the hemispheres. So that's this. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so cool to see where this kid's at in like even 5 years. Yeah, we'll pause it there. Um, she lifted up her bass and did the little shake. I do that sometimes too when I'm playing. I don't think it actually ends up really doing anything, but it looks fun. So, anyway, let's talk about that. Coming in off of that, again, I mean, this is no surprise to probably anybody who's watching this video. These kids just absolutely crushing it. I think it's fantastic to see just such a really well practiced, talented, and cohesive group of people that age playing through songs that are adored uh, pretty thoroughly across the most generations, I guess. I'm trying to figure out how to say that. Most of the middle generations, maybe a little Gen Z, definitely millennial, Gen X, and then Boomer. Yeah. So like that's so much fun. Um, yeah, our rhythm guitarist and vocalist, when she started singing on this one, it felt like a really tasteful approach to Axl Rose's vocals in that it still was hers, but it was also reminiscent of his kind of vocal inflection, his kind of unique sound. So that was cool. And then our guitar soloist, with her tone being so close to Axel's there. I think not Axel, jeez. So you know it's early. Being so close to what's his name? Slash. Holy mackerel. Being so close to Slash's tone, that's always fun. Um, and it's not really that hard to do that nowadays. You can actually go online and download tones and load them into amps software, things like that. And I don't know if that's what they did here or if they were able to go through and manually manipulate it into that kind of sound. And if so, manually, that's pretty tight. But either way, like, that's such a nice little addition to the track that if it wasn't that particular tone, it just wouldn't quite be the same as you're listening to it. So it just adds a little something that we wouldn't know we would miss until we hear it. Yeah. And yeah, just all of her fretwork through the solos, some really great stuff. And having that dexterity and that ability at that age is always just that's so cool. And now that I'm looking at it more as well, their ability across the board to memorize these charts is that's pretty cool. Um, I know once you start memorizing some, it gets easier and easier to memorize more. And yeah, I don't know. I'm here. I dig it. And I appreciate whoever suggested one, Mission Souls in general, and then two, this track here for Sweet Child of Mine. It was great. So, with that though, if you like this kind of content, you want to see some more stuff like this, then hit that subscribe button. Also, though, don't forget to like and comment. And even if I don't respond, I promise you I read pretty much everything. So, and I'm very grateful for it. Um, yeah, ring that bell for notifications. And with that, the internet's second tiredest music teacher. This is Elon